Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to the very first town hall session of the Legal Aid Society of the Philippines. Through these town hall sessions, we would want to update our community, volunteers, and sponsors of our activities, and also to hear your questions and your comments on how to improve our legal aid efforts. No, so we are live today, March 20, 2021, 5:30 Philippine time. I'm Attorney Joseph Migrino, one of the co-conveners of the Legal Aid Society of the Philippines. This is our volunteer work, and we are. I'm actually a practicing lawyer, no? So we do this in line with our practice. So I'm here with Attorney JP. JP.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Attorney JP Lopez. As mentioned by Attorney Joseph, I'm also one of the co-conveners for the Legal Aid Society of the Philippines. Um, I was formerly one of the associates of Attorney Joseph, and then, but I still assist them also a lot, most especially with this endeavor, which I found really, which was very good. Currently, I'm one of the legal officers of a certain party list in the House of Representatives.
Yes. So actually this is well as stated in the title, no, ito yung town hall
Mm-mm.
session to. So this is just reporting. No? We're reporting to you, our community, to our sponsors, to our
Mm-hmm.
volunteers. And kung meron mga potential clients, may legal questions, if we can, no, if we would want to answer them. Pero
Mm-hmm.
mostly, we would want everyone to know, no, yung mga interested sa atin, you want to share our activities and our accomplishments kahit paano.
Yes.
So, I would like to say hi to Miss Grindel Garcia there. She's always supporting our endeavors.
Yes.
Hello daw, Attorney JP.
Hey, Crendel. Musta na?
Yes. So, before anything else, Attorney JP, ano masasabi mo sa current COVID-19 situation? I'm setting up our presentation here.
Well, right now it's getting really scary considering what's the number now? 7,999?
I think
Or
so, no? Almost 8,000 yata
so
ngayon.
8,000. It's
Yes.
not it's
Mm.
not a joke. So
Mm.
everyone, if you can stay home, stay home and then just watch whatever you want. Justice League is out, so panoorin nyo if you have HBO, ano. And it's fun.
Yes.
At least enjoy it. Just it's good that you just find reasons to stay home. At least if not for yourself, think about those who you're staying with, diba? You might think that you are invincible, but again, there are people who are living with you that may not be as strong as you. And then,
Do you have any may mga personal experience ka ba dyan, Attorney JP, sa COVID, with the COVID scare?
well, for one, let's say my brother, that was during 2020.
Mm.
He's a doctor and he got COVID, but thankfully, um, he didn't have to go to the hospital. It was just a home quarantine for him.
So,
And
yun nga.
currently, and
So, yun
currently,
nga. Sige,
uh,
sige.
and currently, actually now my fiance is, she
Mm.
is in a facility right now. So I'm, concerned for her. Luckily, no symptoms. Asymptomatic lang siya.
Mm.
And she's doing well naman there. And,
Okay. Well, we're
yeah.
praying for everyone, no? We're praying for
Yes.
everyone was going through that. So, anyway, so this is our first episode again. We would like to introduce ourselves first, no? I
Mm-hmm.
think we have different content no out na sa ating page. We hope na you like our page, Legal Aid Society of the Philippines, on Facebook. Actually, Facebook lang pala ngayon. Pero hopefully
Mm-hmm.
we have if we have more volunteers, no? So sana ma-spread natin to. So our objective now, no, is to hear your thoughts, no, and comments. And for those who are watching the replay, feel free to comment to this video. So we want this to be a weekly thing, not just to update our activities, but also to answer questions to help people out. So that being said, ito na yung ating we actually prepared a PowerPoint presentation for everyone there.
Yun.
So we would like to take a few minutes of your time, we want to end this before 6 o'clock. We want to take a few minutes of your time to introduce ourselves first. Kami po ang Legal Aid Society of the Philippines, no? We are registered under the SEC. We started as a project, no, of our foundation, Tihanki Foundation, based in Ateneo Law School. So it started as a project January 2020, and then it evolved, no? Naging full-fledged, parang ano na siya, ang tawag mo doon? Juridical entity, kasi parang juridical entity na sa
Juridical
utak ko.
entity ba tayo? Oo. Separate and distinct.
Separate and distinct na from the foundation, no? Pero still supported by the foundation.
Oo.
Pero syempre, we have different membership na. So may ibang board na yung nagpapatakbo ng legal aid. So we are incorporated no October 2020, and we're still moving on. So who we are an association of lawyers and legal practitioners. So hindi lang kami abogado, may mga iba rin na mga paralegals, admin staff, and support staff for helping us out, much like any other NGO. And we are focused on our 3 pillars: collaboration, efficiency, and outreach. No, sabi ko kay Attorney JP, CEO ang ating pillars. Ito ang ating CEO, to collaborate, to become more efficient, and para sa ating outreach. So, collaboration, we want to augment the capacity of the Public Attorney's Office and the IBP para makakuha ng mga kliyente. So, ano ba yung mga usual problems dyan, Attorney JP, pag with PAO and IBP?
Well, first of all, I'd like to give my hats off to the Public Attorney's Office, di ba? For practitioners, you see how hectic their trial days are. In fact, when I would talk to my friends who are PAO, when I'd ask him, when I'd look at his case list, there are times that if you look at all the whole case calendar, let's say out of mga 50 cases, you see ilan ang kaso mo, Palask, biglang, hindi, mga 30 lang. There are days that they really take over the whole cat trial date. And the workload with the Public Attorney's Office is really big. And then it makes it difficult for them to really serve the clients to their best of capacity, because they are already doing that. They're pushed to the limit. And then it's really hard for them. It's physically impossible for them. It's why it's important that we somehow back up kami. We help them.
Tama, back up. Totoo yan.
We augment them. If they need our help, we're willing to be there because we see how hard they're working, and they really need so much support. They need backup. Even with the IBP, even the IBP lawyers, parang some problems that it's assigned to them when they volunteer, so it becomes part of their case, the firm. So again, it's a lack of numbers. There's so many issues, there's so many cases that can easily be resolved if they only have the proper number of volunteers.
Kung may tao lang, no? Kung may magfo-focus lang.
Kung may tao lang,
yes.
Kung may magmando lang, di ba? Parang kulang eh. Kulang yung mga tao. And then, they say there are a lot of lawyers, but kulang ang lawyers who practice, who litigate, and who do these things that we are that the power
ginagawa. So yun nga, no, we want to collaborate with the Public Attorney's Office and the IBP, no. Ginagawa na natin yan in the past few months. Some Public Attorney's Office nagre-refer na ng mga clients sa atin na hindi nila ma-handle. Ano ba yung usual na hindi ma-handle ng Public Attorney's Office? Kapag yung kabilang partido po nagreklamo laban sa inyo, hindi na humingi ng tulong sila sa Public Attorney's Office, hindi nyo na po pwedeng lapitan yung Public Attorney's Office. Yun yung pinaka-common. Mas common.
There's a conflict of interest rin, diba? So,
tawag nila doon conflict of interest. Hindi nila kaya. So, marami-rami na po, no? Meron na ho tayong mga kasong hinandalan sa Muntinlupa, Caloocan, Angono. Isa Angono, I think natendan mo yun.
Yes.
Tapos Quezon City, Pasig, and Manila. Sa Manila, natendan mo rin yan. JP, parang ganun. So, that's ongoing. That's ongoing concern. So, next is for the collaboration, we want to work with NGOs on developmental and community building programs. So kanina lang no, this morning nakausap namin ng member ng Humanitarian Legal Assistance Foundation. I think sana tama ako. It's an NGO who helps PDLs, persons deprived of liberty, during their service of sentence and post service of sentence. One of their projects then is also jail decongestion. So parang nagko-complement din yung mga activities namin. And more than that, more than HLAF, we are looking forward to working with other NGOs who are related, no? Ano bang problem pag pinapalaya? Pag sa ano? Actually, yung post-service ang problema eh.
Yes. And then usually, diba, you notice that some people actually want to stay because when they leave the prison, there's nothing else for them out there.
Wala na
Diba?
mapuntahan, kumbaga.
Wala na mapuntahan, oo. Oo. So, and in fact, for some personal posts, diba, parang we've seen how they'd rather stay. And then, which reminds me, I remember reading a post about that problem, Ren, eh. And then, remember, if you guys watch Shawshank Redemption, diba, yung one of them didn't want to leave the prison because he had nothing else. And when eventually he went out, nagpakamatay na lang siya because he had nothing else to do. Sorry if I spoiled it for others, but who haven't watched it. But in any case, you notice, and the bigger problem is, if there's nothing out there for them, they may end up doing crime again, diba? Tuloy lang yung buhay nila dati.
Yung nga eh. Kasi actually nga yung problema. So we're hoping na the other NGOs can help us out, no?
Oo.
Okay. So next is for the collaboration. We want to collaborate with law school clinics. So now we're talking to other. Sabi ni Crindle daw. One of my favorite movie. Yan, tama.
Yeah, it's a good for an idea yung on prison. So,
yeah. So one of the collaboration aspects, no, is to help the law school clinics and to work with law schools in operationalizing their respective legal aid clinics under the law student practice rule. Ito yung amended law student practice rule. So all law students here if ever you're listening to this, there's a recent requirement that you have so many hours to do legal aid service. So we understand, no, some law schools don't have the operational capacity, although they have their legal clinics in place. Nahihirapan sila with operational capacity, especially if yung sa volume ng estudyante and wala masyadong trabaho, parang ganon. So we look forward to, actually we're talking to a couple of law schools now to help them, no, with yung load ng mga estudyante. Para at least they can do their law student practice.
Yes.
So for the next pillar is efficiency, to help streamline the justice system through organized case monitoring. Ito, 1 and 2 magkasama to centralize our legal aid efforts for proper accountability and audit. Most biggest problem with IBP referred cases is kapag kinuha na ng IBP yung case, nafa-farm out siya sa IBP volunteer. So, hindi siya nagiging case ng IBP, but I think, no, correct me if I'm wrong, but based on experience, nagiging case siya doon sa handling lawyer itself. Which is good because nahawakan naman na yung pro bono cases. Pero, problem is, ang hirap i-monitor. So, if people will ask kung ano na nangyari doon sa kaso, you have to go to the IBP lawyer handling it. So, yung mga iba, sinasabi na lang na ang hirap bantayan, kumbaga. So, kahit yung IBP Central, yung chapter, cannot monitor it as efficient as possible. So, yan yung gusto nating i-address at this point. Either we collaborate with the IBP or with the Public Attorney's Office or any other NGO para ma-help centralize yung case monitoring. And syempre, we want to give proposal on how to improve our justice system. So, kasi we're on the ground, di ba? Nasa ground tayo dito. Nakikita natin yung day-to-day problems sa justice system natin. And we want to We want to make it better kasi
Yes.
we want to see it work
Yes.
basically.
I think, di ba, there's a sense of idealism that's put into action, di ba? Wag lang puro yung idealism lang. Again, I think it's somehow we have to be able to put into action, di ba? Instead of being frustrated with so many things, I think it's good to be that and to do something about it. Di ba? That's good. That's why I had no hesitation to volunteer for this.
Thank you. So sige. So one aspect is for the outreach. We want to help yung jail decongestion efforts. Actually, maraming NGO na gumagawa nito eh.
Mm-mm.
Kasi I think i-search mo lang sa Google, no, jail decongestion
Oo.
Philippines. So pictures pa lang makikita mo na kung gaano kalala, and it's no joke. I've seen it personally. I've been inside, not thankfully hindi naman because of
Not
court
not as
case.
an inmate.
Nasa an inmate, but as a, well, we visit kasi kasama naman yan,
Oo,
di ba?
syempre, we have to,
So, pero you can see it firsthand
oo.
na sobrang hirap na. Nakikita mo yung hirap ng buhay nila. Hindi lang ng mga PDLs, no, for persons deprived of liberty, but also pati yung mga jail officers nahirapan na rin kasi sobrang dami. Hindi na,
Oo.
hirap nila i-control. So, yung sinasabi nila na minsan yung mga preso na yung nagpapatakbo ng preso, which is there's some truth into that kasi minsan hindi mo na kaya, so you have to trust people na lang to behave, to police
Oo.
themselves, parang ganun eh. So we want it, yung jail congestion, malaking bagay siya sa efficiency natin. And yun nga, yung kanina, to help PDLs and ex-PDLs during and after the service of their sentence, yun nga, so para matulong, well, we're talking to NGOs. And finally, to encourage the sense of volunteerism and of lawyers through financial and non-financial incentives. Naintindihan namin yung mga lawyers, they need to earn a living. No, and tayo as lawyers, we're giving our time and effort as volunteers, no? So kahit papaano, sana may incentive naman kahit papaano, no, to volunteer, either financial or non-financial. We have one partner, no, the Lakbay Justicia Foundation. Kanilang objective is gayahin yung Legal Defense Fund sa US. If you're familiar with that, Attorney JP, yung Legal Defense Fund. Parang ganun. So para at least may pera to give yung mga mag-volunteer na lawyers kahit paano, pamasahe or konting
So
lang.
it's like a revolving fund. At least doon talaga yung magpa-fund ng most of our projects, if not all.
Yes.
That's correct.
Tama. Yeah.
Ayun.
So ito,
Crindle has a question.
Ano ba, meron?
Chrissy Crindle, she asked a question. How do you choose which case or prisoner to help?
Okay. So we coordinate with different jails, no, BJMP, iba-iba. So they give us a list ng mga overstaying na, no, like 1 year na nag-overstay, 2 years, parang ganon. So they prioritize that. Yung mga very efficient naman yung jail officers, and they give us a list, then we do yung e-consulta natin, no, yung consultation. Yes. We started last year.
That was a year ago na, no?
Tagal na pala. So we consult them, no, face to face via Zoom, parang ganun.
Yeah.
So sila nagbibigay ng list, tas if kaya naman palabasin, inaano namin, doon namin nakakita kung kung paano. So ano ba? Ilang yung question. So anyway, ito na tayo. So jail decongestion efforts, before, kasi maubusan na tayo ng oras. I would like to report on the jail decongestion efforts ng ating legal aid. Here's the statistics. As of January 15, 2020, when we started our e-consulta, actually hindi pa in-consulta dito, kinonsult ko pa to harapan sa Quezon City Jail before.
That was pre-COVID, so
pre-COVID, yes. We interviewed around 351 PDLs, and as of date, we already released 227 PDLs. That's for almost a year, more than a year of operations. Doon sa 227 na yon, 81 were released through court orders, 15 were transferred to rehab centers, and 131 yung assisted release. When we say assisted release, there are a lot of PDLs kasi, especially during the pandemic, they cannot be released until they have their tawag doon, rapid test.
COVID,
Oh yeah, COVID rapid test. Yeah, yun yung lockdown eh. Yun yung ECQ, MECQ. So they cannot be released hanggang walang rapid test, pero walang supply na rapid test ng mga city jails natin. So we worked with several NGOs including the Lakbay Justicia Foundation. They provided yung rapid test. We were able to monitor the release of almost 131, pero may mga ibang assisted release on other aspects. So malaking bagay, no? So ready for release na, may stumbling block lang sila. Konting push lang, no? Konting push lang. It's just a financial just a financial contribution lang, no? So hindi lahat napupunta sa mga abogado yan. Minsan diretso sa beneficiary sa PDLs.
Yes.
That we help.
And the transfer to rehab, that's the one yung hinatid natin sa
Quezon City, yes.
Quezon City?
Oo, nandun tayo. So, may mga iba din kasi for transfer. Ang kailangan lang nila doon actually si medical eh, di ba? I think that's the medical. Di sila matransfer kasi wala silang pambayad ng medical. So, tinulungan natin sila doon. So, they were able to transfer them to the rehab. So, yun. So, yun nga, partner institutions natin, we have the Lakbay Justicia Foundation, of course, the Claudio T. Hankey Foundation, no, which I am a part of. Kaya nakita niyo yung sign sa likod. And also the Ateneo de Manila Alumni Association. So, I'm also a part of the Ateneo Alumni Association. They are also pushing for jail decongestion. I think they're working now with Correctional Institute for Women. And they also help us out, no, sa ating mga efforts. Pero of course, mas malaking bagay pa rin kung magtutulungan. So why do we do this? According sa isang co-convener natin, no, ito yung gusto niyang sabihin. 20% of Filipinos lang yung may access sa legal help. So nakakakuha na abogado or advice based on a 2018 survey by the World Justice Project. Yung cost is mahal, it's expensive, it's inconvenient kasi malayo yung abogado, mahirap kontakin. Walang previous contact, access to lawyers. Marami sa mga may kailangan, wala silang kilalang abogado. And lack of time, kuwari nasa abroad or something. Pinaka-susceptible na hindi makakuha ng legal assistance are OFWs, PWDs, SMEs, and indigent clients. OFWs, understandable kasi malayo. PWDs, of course. SMEs, isa pa yan kasi nahihirapan silang, mahal kasi ang abogado. That's no joke. So, what's the effect? Vigilantism, distrust in the justice system, erosion of the rule of law. In short, parang bahala na, no? Gawin na lang, bahala na magkahulihan. Parang gano'n na yung nangyayari. So, sige.
And it's nice to connect rin eh. Crendel had a question, di ba? Yung why do this? It's in connection to her question, overstaying, I guess, for some, in our concept, di ba? Overstaying inmates, di ba? It's a problem that you'd think didn't exist, but actually does. A lot of the clients that we released were actually overstaying, di ba? And then, it has something to do with yung mga records that has to be followed up by the lawyers, and then it has to be coordination with the jails in charge of holding them. Realistically, because there are so many people who are in prison that it's really hard to match records without someone hounding them on diba?
Nagpa-follow up, nangungulit.
Tagapag-follow up na follow up all of these things. So, talaga it's a valid term to use in this instance, not because because it's really
sobrang dami lang talaga.
Kaya congested. It's really congested is too small a word if you actually see the reality of it.
hindi ko na ano, hindi mo rin sila masisi kasi sobrang hirap din. So that's
Oo.
why we're trying to step up, no? To step up
Oo.
to help out yung yung government natin.
Yes, yes.
So yun nga. So according to our co-convener, no, Legal Aid Society is a venue for people who believe in making legal services available to those who need it and not only to those who can afford it.
Yes.
So we are actually doing this, no, to invite people to volunteer, to give their support and to help. So nakikita niyo yung resulta ng ginagawa natin. So this is no easy task, no. Based on terms of funding, no. Everything that we do, parang self-funded siya. So nakukuha natin sa
Mm.
abonado, kumbaga, abonado.
Oo.
So this is really a team effort. We hope that we can get help, no, enlist help from people
Yes.
para para yan, we want you to be a part of us. Yan.
Oo. Oh. Ay, so inviting our friends dyan sa AP and MA.
Ganun. Mga abogado, no. So hopefully so you can
Oo.
review whatever we talked about. Makita nyo statistics pa lang, no, the
Oo.
numbers can show na this is working kahit papaano, no, a little bit working. And hopefully, no, with your help, we can make it a lot bigger.
Yes.
Actually, that's the end of my presentation. Thanks, Krindal, no. This is our first episode. Thanks for
Thanks
for
for being
sharing
part.
thanks for being part.
And thanks for the questions. It really it's nice to see yung mga questions at least from the perspective of not yung one who's not practicing yung law, 'di ba? At least makikita talaga. We know how to touch base.
Yeah.
Questions
So
like that,
yeah, hindi lang naman for lawyers yung natin, no.
Oo.
Yung invite for help. Anyone actually can help us out by paralegal help or yung mga community help, 'di ba? Yung
Oo.
like what we mentioned, yung mga
Awareness.
post awareness, yung ganun. So hopefully we can sana palakin to. Parang ganun.
Yes.
Ikaw, anything else, Attorney JP?
Wala lang. I just hope that like what Attorney Sepp said, we can find volunteer lawyers, donors, because I believe that this is such a good thing that we can do good instead of always complaining, di ba?
You're looking for the right word.
Instead of I'm being safe.
Ay, tama.
Basta any little help to better society, I guess, diba, will be
Yeah.
good. It's good to be idealistic and to take action. This is one way we can do it.
Yeah. So, may mga nagtatanong din sa amin, no, how can we help? How can we volunteer? We're trying to do that now, no, kasi we're trying to find your location and yung capacity nyo. So, we are currently taking in cases. So, kung if talagang serious tayo dun sa pag-volunteer, we will collaborate. So, we will keep in touch. So, naman kami, kung may tulong, we will respond kagad. Kumaga. Okay, so we'll try to do this every week, no, to update you and to answer kung may questions lang, So, on behalf of the Legal Aid Society of the Philippines, I'm Joseph Migrino again. And
I am Attorney JP Lopez.
okay, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank you very much. Stay safe.